Welcome to TrimNTrue, Barbershop Chronicles, and I'm your host, Headkrack. Today, we're chopping it up with the talented Laura Belle and her client, personal trainer Vernon Harris. Let's dive into the culture, the cuts, and the conversations that keep Atlanta fresh.
Laura Belle, what's going on, Queen?
How you doing?
Peace, peace. Yo, welcome to TrimNTrue.
Okay.
And this is the first time that we've had the opportunity of interviewing a female barber.
Oh, that's awesome.
You're a unicorn in this rarefied space that we're in right now.
Great.
So when did you realize that, hairstyling was your calling?
I'll say hairstyling and barbering. I'm the oldest of 3 girls, so my mom really didn't know how to do hair, really. It was
Really?
like little plaits and stuff, but when she did about 12, in your teens, you're not trying to look like that. So I kind of adapted into doing hair while in school, and I did it in college too. I was a cheerleader while in school. I went to Albany State, and we had to change our hair literally every game, every week. So I just had to start doing that because make money.
So it was that real time, like kind of having your feet in the fire, having to practice on people.
Practice, messing up, and keep going. And then while I was in cosmetology schools, and I realized I really liked barbering. I was interested in it. When we had the barbering section, I was just like, dang, okay. I didn't know how to hold the clippers, honestly, or anything with it. But passing the other barbering classes and stuff, I was like, dang, I'm really interested in it. And at Atlanta Tech, they had a bridge program. So I went ahead and just did that after I finished cosmetology. It was probably the best decision I ever made.
Good.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you live it in your purpose and you stand behind it. Why do you feel like there's so few women in your field being an actual barber?
In actual barbering, I can see that it's a little intimidating. You don't see too many people that are feminine presenting women in the industry. So that's probably the main reason I would say, honestly. But I feel like they should go ahead and get into it. We can cut just as good as the guys, and a lot of times the guys open up to us a little bit better. They can be themselves, a little bit more vulnerable. So it's a very rewarding field to get into. So.
Got you. Now, there's so much there in what you said, right?
Yeah.
Because on one hand, yes, barbers are the therapist for a lot of men. And I imagine in the same space, even a woman who does your typical beauty salon work, I'm curling. I don't know all the terminologies for everything I do. Hawaiian silky, I don't know what's going on, right?
Yeah.
But, guys will talk to other guys. Do you feel like you get a better mastery or understanding of what goes on with men because you have so many male clients that maybe tell you your story? Or do you feel like they're even telling you everything because you're a woman?
No, I think they're telling me everything because I'm a woman. Yeah, I think at the beginning, they're a little quiet, and I may do a little icebreaker, or maybe I'll tell something about myself, and then that will get them to start opening up. But I feel like I know where the bodies are hidden.
Wow.
But yeah, they open up, tell me everything. If they're talking about their mental health or what's going on at home or whatever's heavy on them. It could be something light, something that they're celebrating, a promotion or whatever. They just come in here and they just fill it out. And we have the environment here where, shoes clients or the other side's clients and converse with my clients. It's like a big family here. So
no, that's super dope. And one thing about women, I think in totality, y'all have such a maternal nature to what y'all do. Because whereas guys, we'll listen to other guys, we'll hear you talk, and we'll retain that information. But y'all care. How is it difficult for you to have to care about so many people and so many people's problems or remember so many things that people tell you?
Honestly, it's very easy. Honestly, it helps me identify each person. Birthdays or whatever, big events. I feel like they're like my babies, really. So
see, that's that maternal energy creeping in, whether you want it to or not.
Right. I can't help it. But yeah, I enjoy it.
Now, how would you describe your cutting style?
I don't feel like I have a particular style. I gear each haircut towards each client. So I'm very thorough during the consultation process. I'm turning you to the mirror. I'm asking you exactly what do you want. Do you want C cups, no C cups, bald? shadow, what it is you want. Want to take some off the top, or do you not? And then after I get a clear understanding of what you're wanting, then I can add like my own little, hey, maybe let's add a design here, or fade it up a little bit more here. But ultimately, I'll say I'm more like hair care driven.
Okay.
So if I'm seeing you have some scalp irritation, maybe some ingrown hairs or anything, beard dandruff, then I'm gonna go ahead and add in like, hey, let's use this type of product, or let's get some tea tree on them ingrown hairs so we can start killing it from the inside. I'm more hair care driven than anything.
See, that's dope. See, because we've interviewed quite a few people, and there's a couple people who will go that extra mile, get the ingrown hairs out. Yo, man, you probably need to switch to Selsun Blue on a shampoo or something like that. But to take that much care to make sure that your clients are healthy, not just well groomed, but healthy up top too. I mean, it speaks volumes on the level of care that you put into your what you do.
Right.
Like, what was the the first time you felt like you really got it right in that haircut space? Because I mean, we've probably all been mangled or have mangled a few heads in this space between point A and point B. So what's the first time you got it right, and what was the first time you're like, oh man, I never saw that client again?
Oh, probably my first fade. I used to work at a barbershop over there in Grant Park area, and I was in the first chair. I'm probably fresh out of barbering school. Now, luckily, I had a couple guys in there that went to barbering school too, so I was a little comfortable. But I had somebody, and he wanted like a high ball fade, almost like a Boosie fade.
Okay.
I was lost. I was fighting for my life. It took me probably almost 2.5 hours just to get through that cut. And I just knew they were not coming back. But even after that, the guys in there, they made jokes and stuff. But it was a real learning moment, because I took that and I was like, okay, hey, how do I do this? How can I stay focused within each cut? Don't get lost in the cut and everything. So I was vulnerable enough to ask for help. And after that, I would say it took me about a year to just okay, I know what I'm doing now. Okay, I know what to look for. Hey, there's some weight lines here. Let me point cut here. It just started to come together. So.
Got you. I mean, well, listen, everybody had, so when they mentioned they wanted the Boosie cut, did you have to turn around and Google it was a Boosie cut?
I'm looking really to the next, can you help me?
Is it the one when he got out of jail, or is it the pre-jail Boosie cut? When he needs insulin, there's different levels to the Boosie cut. I mean, well, I'm glad you did your due diligence and figured it out. So, okay, so that was the one that went wrong. What was the first one that went super right?
For super right, I would say. Super right. I would say I've always felt most comfortable with doing straight razor shaves.
Okay.
And then when it came to doing a cut, it was, what's his name? It was still at the barbershop. He's a big time music producer here in Atlanta. And his barber at the time was out of town, and there was nobody else to cut his hair. And I was like, I felt a little more confident, to go ahead and do it. He came in, he was like, look, can you please just get me together or whatever? And then I got through with that cut, I would say 45 minutes, and that's with the shampoo, everything, and I felt the rhythm. It was just coming to me, I'm not stressing out in my head or anything like that. And I would say that's probably in year 2 of me barbering. I was like, okay, I could do this.
That's what's up.
I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Did he ever come back?
Yeah, he came back. Yeah.
See? Oh, see, you stole a client.
Yeah, when his barber wasn't there, he was in my chair. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
It's always cool to be that person on speed dial. You know what I mean? Exactly. Even though you weren't there in the very beginning, but to be trusted enough for that person to lean on you, that speaks volumes on the quality of your work.
Yes, it is.
Indeed. What's the biggest transformation you've ever done for somebody in the barber space?
I would say, especially as of late, I have been getting clients that unfortunately are going through chemotherapy, radiation. So, and it's unfortunately lately been women that are, now they have to cut all their hair off. And for them, I ask them, how sensitive are you to this? How do you want the space to be? So are you okay with other clients being in here, other stylists? If they say, yeah, we could proceed like normal. If not, I'll come in earlier for them. I try to set the moods. I'll put on some neo soul or something like that. Just, get the vibes going in here. After that, I'll do one of my services called a hydration fall therapy. So they're getting the hot towel, the steam, the head massage, shaving the head, completely bald, massaging them, hot towel. Then I finish with like some essential oils to just make them feel relaxed and just still feel beautiful. I'll ask them how they're doing, where their mental's at during the whole process. And, a lot of times they just tell me this is probably one of the best experiences they had, especially about going through something so sensitive,
Yeah.
So that's probably my best transformation that I've done so far.
Allow me to lean into the camera to say, see Laura Belle, leave well. You know what I mean? Like I want all those things you just mentioned.
Yeah.
I want my scalp rubbed. I would like a tea tree oil treatment.
Right.
It's the TLC that sometimes goes into these experiences that makes it something that we look forward to as clients. And it seems like you're doing it at a very high level. And then even you talked about like doing the things you did for cancer patients. A lot of times people only talk about women when it's time for the big chop. How do you help your male clients deal with the big chop as well? Because maybe you George Jeffersoned out and it's just like, all right, let's wrap it up.
It's time to let it go. I just try to give some words of affirmation. Like, oh, you got a beard, you're gonna be just fine. If you don't have a beard, you have a nice face structure, you don't have a weird shaped head, let's go ahead and just rip it off. You're gonna be fine. So I always just try to ease it in. And not saying they're gonna look better. So I just try to reiterate you're gonna look fine.
How do you handle the conversation with someone who doesn't have the head for the cut that they want?
I still will be positive. Ultimately, I'm not gonna say, oh, your head's messed up, don't do it, because we don't have any other options. But I still just try to implement just some positivity with it. But we gotta move forward. You can't keep having a little patch in the back. That's not cute.
Yeah. It was like the little goatee, just in the back. But it's bizarre.
Braids starting back here, you gotta stop.
Yeah. Wrap it up. I mean, one thing you can say, person's not a quitter.
Right.
They don't give up.
They don't. Right.
Yeah. I just realized that Pusha T turned 48 the other day, and if everybody's relationship's as strong as Pusha T and his braids, the world would be in a better place.
Right.
Yo, what's the most crazy thing you've ever seen take place in a barbershop?
Ooh, Lord. As far as with the clients, or
well, just even being a fly on the wall. Sometimes it might not even be a person in your chair, but there's so many things.
We have a lot of homeless that come in here. So it's more dealing with the crazies that may just walk in here, say something wild or whatever. We usually just laugh it off though. We try to accept everybody, and let them just have their moment and gently exit them out the building. But we don't have too much crazy stuff going on in here.
It's beautiful Inman Park. It takes a lot of effort to get over here on foot.
And act crazy. We don't really have that.
Yeah, that's good. I'm watching just people walk by right now. Everybody looks nicely dressed.
They're jogging and walking dogs.
How sometimes has some of these maybe debates that take place at a barbershop changed the way you felt about a client?
I try not to judge anybody because I don't know their walk of life or anything like that. But we will talk about it because I just want to go deeper. Why do you feel the way that you feel? Who hurt you? What's going on? Help me understand you. But that's probably the main reason. If they say something wild, I'm probably still we're gonna talk about it deeper. I'll probably wait till everybody else is gone. So let's unpack that.
It's not gonna affect the way you cut their hair, right?
No.
Push this back a little bit.
No. It's a judgment-free zone in here.
All right, see, that's good. Unbiased, balanced out. When you think about, because you talked about how you kind of low-key taught yourself. And that's the crazy thing. A lot of the male barbers we talked to, there was a guy who was cutting their hair, and that was the inspiration. So for you to have a different canon event that pushed you into it, it's just such a unique perspective.
I wouldn't say I taught myself. No.
So who was your sensei? Who was your Mr. Miyagi or Mrs. Miyagi?
I would say it started at Atlanta Tech, and Miss Tate is when it taught me how to use the straight razor. Got me very comfortable with it. She just was drilling in, just getting taught, and just go for it. After that, I worked with, I would say as far as female barbers that I looked up to while going through my journey, it would be Brandy Lachey. She's dope. She can really put arts on the head, the way that she can just design and just, it almost looks fake how she can put these designs on people's heads. Who else? I would say Nicole Renee. I took a class with her. She's out of Arizona, Tucson. Great. Her straight haircuts are amazing. The blend, it's like butter. So those would be like my top people that are.
Okay, so within the barber community, are there names that are whispered amongst you guys that like maybe like people on the street won't know? Oh, like, you know, the Renee lady you just mentioned, like famous in your realm. But
Probably everybody, yeah. I think people know.
Even though she's out of state, like,
Right.
so like, is there a top 5 or a top 10? Is there a barber ranking list?
There
Like,
probably
they
is.
should
I think it's, to each his own. But there are like, main top barbers in the industry. Like,
So who are like the top
Oof.
2? Give me the top 2 in each gender.
Oh man. Oh my gosh. I would say in girls, I'm gonna say definitely Brandy Lachey and Nicole, Renee. As far as the guys, oof, that's so hard. It's so hard to pick one.
Are these people's work to the level of like, if you saw somebody walking down the street, you'd be like, that's a Brandy Lachey cut?
I could definitely do that.
Really?
As far as her designs, yeah.
Okay, because it's about the intricacy of the designs. All right, cool.
Yeah. I'm trying to think for the guys though. I think I'm so focused on what women cuts while I'm cutting, but that's like a
because
Marcus Harvey.
in the hair space, the only dudes I could think of is the Bronner brothers.
Yeah, well, it's more than that.
And do they cut?
Do they cut? Sure.
They're more like in the chemical game, right?
Yeah, they're more so like products.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they provided a platform for other stylists and stuff like that, like the Brennan Brothers show. But I'm still thinking about, I don't know why I'm going blank right now with the guys.
In your time doing this, have you ever had to apply a jerry curl anymore?
No. Only in school.
Really? And like after, like, it never comes up anymore. Do they even sell these products?
Yeah, they still sell it. Yeah, they still like the corduroy formation.
I always want to put like a surveillance camera in like a Sally's just to see all these people that come in and buy this stuff. Because like I haven't seen a jerry curl in the wild in quite some time.
They still do it. I just personally haven't done it. Yeah.
Good for you. I'm sure it's not healthy. Yo, Vernon, welcome to TrimNTrue, my brother.
How you doing, man?
Man, so personal training, I think it's the other side of the coin in which, Laura exists on. Like, she make people look good. Up top, you make people look good, you know what I'm saying, from the neck below. Well, sometimes, face too, because, fat, like, drains out. Man, what made you decide to get into the personal training space?
I was super skinny. I was probably like 130 pounds, maybe 125 pounds. Wanted to gain some weight. Fell in love with it, started doing it.
Man, and to be able to help so many other people, because like, as a person who's hired personal trainers before, that first day of somebody going in, they can't even get 10 push-ups off. And then that same person could come back a few weeks later, they're doing way more than they was able, to do before. How do you feel, like, knowing that you get people to that next plateau?
Oh, no, I feel good, man. The working out part, never the hardest part, man. It's getting people to eat right.
Oh,
which
yeah.
Laura could tell you about. But nah, man, the workout part is smooth, man. You get better consistency, but it's the nutrition part that hurt everybody, for real.
Well, it helps you. Because, like, as a personal trainer, people have to continue to seek your services.
Oh, no, I'm grateful for everyone who eats bad. For sure. Job security.
Like, when you see, like, a new commercial for, like, Burger King, Wendy's, or Arby's, you'd be like, yep, I'm going to be seeing some people.
For sure.
It's the thing. How do you describe your training style? Because, everybody has a different approach to how they get people to do what you want them to do.
I'm more of, like, for the people type of a trainer, like, I'm kind of more of like a friend instead of a coach. You get what I'm saying? Like I can make you feel comfortable with probably a fat joke or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So like I get through to people like by being a little bit more friendly than being more on the coach side,
Got you. And that's a dope approach because, like once you break down those barriers, conversation starts flowing. And even though it's kind of hard, because like I used to sometimes strategically try to make conversation with my trainer in between like the break times, just so I can get an extra 15, 20 seconds. How does that, work in your space, like far as like, getting to know people to a certain point? Because like you also kind of take on their issues the same way a barber does. Like you sit in the barber chair, you tell them, oh, I'm having problems with this, that, and the third, or this is going well. Like, do you carry a lot of that baggage from your clients as well?
Nah, not really. I mean, people come with like, problems of overweight, stuff like that. They love unconfident in their self, clothes don't fit them the way they wanted to fit, stuff like that. So I just try to like motivate them, keep them going, tell them they look good, stuff like that, which they really do. So you know what I'm saying, stuff like that keeps them going.
And not only do you offer them kind words, but you get them the results after a while.
No, for sure.
And same thing when you come into a barbershop and sit in a chair, you come in one way, you walk out a different way.
Walk out a whole different way. Nah,
Yo,
it's just the results just a little longer on our end.
It's the long haul. Marathon versus sprint.
For sure.
Yeah, so when you walk out of a barbershop, how do you feel like it changes your mood and personality after getting that fresh line up beard or, like
brand
managed?
New person. It feels good, man. Especially like getting a cut from Laura. I ain't never had them for Carolina, so I ain't never had the little rag vibrate little experience on the face and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool, man. Make you feel good walking out of this chair.
Outstanding. Because like a haircut and the way you're groomed, that's part of your presentation. The physical aspects of what you get people to also affects their presentation. What do you have to say to anybody who might be watching this that maybe doesn't understand how the world looks at people and makes, snap judgments, based off of just like what they see and why it's important to keep everything together?
So I just felt like you can't really just judge a person off like their appearance, you know what I'm saying? Like, wait till they open up their mouth. I always feel like if somebody open their mouth, they gonna let you know who they are, you know what I'm saying? But just judging somebody off of how they look, or they're not keeping up, or they're not in the best of shape, or don't look like the next person, nah, we don't roll like that, man. We treat everybody like family, try to keep it locked in, stuff like that.
That's what's up. Now, Vernon, I see you currently Team Dread Gang. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a part of the family as well.
What happened?
I thought I was going to act more. So I cut him off to open up some opportunities. However, when you think back maybe 15, 20 years ago, what was your go-to hairstyle back then?
Ball fade.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to go ball fade on them.
Who was your barber back then when you was a kid?
A guy named Big Ed.
What?
Big Ed cut everybody head though. He was cool, man. He probably old now. He probably not cutting no more.
Yeah, once you gotta get them little bifocals, they be sitting at the tip of your nose. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure.
Might become a consultant.
Ed'll probably be mad. The barber gang different now. Ed's stuck in his ways.
Yeah, like let me give you this Jesse Jackson cut. It's like nobody doing that.
Pick what you want off the wall. Pick the number. Let me get a number 5.
Yeah, I missed that though. Because I felt like there was a pocket of time where they were updating the pictures like maybe every year or two, and then I just stopped seeing the pictures on the walls with the styles and the cuts, because sometimes I like to walk in and be inspired. Like, let me get what he's having.
No, for sure. Nah, those days over.
Damn internet.
Yeah, the internet for sure.
I blame it on anything. The barbershop is also the home of some many debates. What's one of the wildest debates that you ever had sitting in a barbershop?
Sports.
Oh, if you want to divide a room, let's talk sports, religion, and politics.
Nah,
what was the team that got the barbershop popping that day?
Kobe over Jordan.
And what was your opinion?
Kobe.
And why do you say so?
I ain't really watched Jordan.
Yo.
But I mean, I seen his highlights and stuff like that, but I feel like Kobe would have beat Jordan.
I think it's one of those things, I think no matter what generation we're talking about, you just had to, highlights only do so much.
No, for
right?
sure. You got to be there.
You got to be there. And being that you was there for Kobe, I totally understand that component. Because for every person that was like, Michael Jordan was the GOAT, there was a person born in 1950, some Bill Russell played everybody.
For sure. And then 2000, you think it's LeBron.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure.
Those are the debate rages on. Also the barbershop, back in the days when things were super sweet, was a place where you could be chilling and you can get just the best bootlegs, as opposed to having to go out into the wild and try to find them for yourselves. What's the craziest thing you ever bought in a barbershop?
I don't know. I probably kind of missed that one right there.
Let me tell you, man. On any given day, somebody could walk into a barbershop door and offer you
Now we had the sneaker guy. He came in the shop, but
you didn't buy those sneakers.
No, we was good off those.
Did they have a box?
Nah, they came in boxes. They were cool. They just wasn't the right box.
Buyer beware. You know what I'm saying? Fair enough, man. Well, cool, man. Well, listen, I know your time is precious, man. Laura's about to come over here and get you zip, and we're gonna ask y'all some more questions, man. Let's get trim and true.
Appreciate you.
You guys do a great job of making people feel well through the gifts that you guys possess, whether it's the grooming or the physical aspects. How do y'all see the commonalities in what y'all do?
Dealing with people. I'm pretty sure.
Speaking life into people, like I'm sure he got people coming there, they kind of down and out on themselves or be a little hard on themselves. Me, I'll, whatever. We trying to get these results by tomorrow. Not eating good, not doing whatever. And, just trying to make it happen quick. Same, they probably have dealt with, I know a lot of newcomers to Atlanta are just going through barber to barber, may have had bad experiences with other barbers or other whatever. So come here a little nervous, so I'm here just make them feel comfortable, make them feel good, and just to make sure they're gonna have a good experience. So I feel like that's kind of similar to what you have to deal with, yeah.
Now, let's just say if y'all went to Atlanta has a lot of hookah. If y'all smoked the magic hookah and y'all body swapped, do you feel like you could do what she do for a week? And do you feel like you could do what he does for a week?
Best barber in Atlanta.
I can do it.
You'd be the best barber in Atlanta.
So I switch places with Shoot. What y'all need me to do?
Okay. Yeah, definitely could do it.
Okay, I love the confidence. That's why y'all are elite in what y'all do. What do you feel like how does vulnerability play in the spaces that you guys operate in? Because people are coming to you because they have a specific need. People are coming to you because they have a specific need. How does that vulnerability play into what you end up having to deliver? Because people are very transparent, man, I want abs, or hey, man, bring me back up here,
I'll just try to be as honest as I can be. So I'm not going to give you unrealistic expectations. But I'm going to just let you know, hey, this is the material we have. How can we make your image come as close to that in real life? So I think that's probably as vulnerable as I can be with my client when it comes to just their image. If we're talking about their mental space or whatever, I'm always able to open up too. If I got something going on, I don't make it be like they're just the only one dishing out their business and it's not me too. So I guess it's a two-way street when it comes to it.
No, for sure. I always try to give them a little story that I can relate with what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? That always bring them back to life, help them out a little bit because we all go through the same things. Just in a different way.
Yeah, different trains traveling the same route.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So that's real. What's one thing that most people don't understand about the relationship between a barber and their client?
They don't understand?
That people don't understand between their barber and their client.
Because it is a special bond. Because one commonality has been that I feel like a lot of times barbers will know a lot more about the client than sometimes their spouses, friends.
I know where the bodies are hidden. I feel like I know probably more than the average, maybe their significant other. Not in a bad way, we're always trying to push positivity. But it's a transparent space. You're just able to come in here and say whatever, there's no judgment here. So I think having that vulnerable space, especially for a man of color, is just very special, So I just try to honor that at all times for my clients, men and women.
How about for you?
For the gym wise, yeah, almost kind of the same what Laura said, man. Nothing different.
I would say because you're seeing us especially when we're at the beginning of our fitness journey, you're seeing us probably at our worst, and we sweating and fighting for our life, wanting to quit.
People,
so
they be depressed, all types of stuff.
But it's so crazy how different they come in versus by the time they maybe 6 months down the road.
Yeah, nah, for sure, it's a 70% difference. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta stick with it. Gotta be consistent.
Have you ever got a client so together physically that you're just like, you know what, this is probably the last time I'm gonna see this person?
Oh no, yeah, my clients tell me that all the time. They be like, you know, when my body get together, I'm done with you. But I feel it, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep it going. It's gonna be somebody out there that eat bad that's ready to come on in. So
Yo, man, Arby's is always dropping something new.
McDonald's too.
All these spots. All right, so Laura, what kind of cut are you giving Vernon today?
Vernon's getting a temp fade. He likes to, like a low temp fade. So he like to keep his C cups. He like it dark right here at the top. I'm really just gonna line the beard because we on the struggle bus. You got a little bit more than he had with the beginning.
Yo.
But yeah, that's about it. So.
Yo, it definitely hits different when a female knuckle is grazing across the face versus like man knuckles.
Yeah,
like, yo, so what we do is, you know, like,
Sure.
yeah, like, how's your headspace in the chair today coming in? Like, you know, like, if you could describe your mood from 1 to 10, where we at today?
I'm at a 10 right now. I get excited for the cut. It feels good. It's cool.
You just got your face rubbed, so I'd be excited too. Do you, Laura, do you consider barber work more of an art, a skill, or a form of therapy?
I would say it's all three, honestly. Like, you have to have the skill to even get through the cut. If you don't have the skills, I mean, you'll get a cut, but it probably won't be your best work. As far as art, yeah, it's art to a T, you know, and I get to put my own little, you know, taste on it. In comparison to the next barber, you know, no cut is the same. So that's what I love the most about barbering. And therapy, this is therapeutic for me. Like, I can come in here and I could have baggage on me that, you know, I'm maybe dealing with or whatever, but I come in here, I get to have fun, laugh with my clients, and I can just get in my zone and kind of just tune everything out while I'm cutting. So, like, me becoming a barber is probably the best decision I ever made.
Love that. And the same thing, like, you know, like, you're kind of doing the same thing in a physical space. So for you, is it more art, a skill, or a form of therapy?
I feel like more of art. Like, yeah, for sure. Cause like a lot of times as a trainer, like nobody wants a trainer to sit down on a machine. You know what I'm saying? So like you really have to get into that mindset of like, all right, what can I do that this machine does without it? You know what I'm saying? So I look at it more of like art. Therapy too. Therapy is cool. You know what I'm saying? In there vibing, relaxing, looking at everybody, listening to everybody's problems, but it's definitely more art than me.
That's what's up. And last but not least, what message do you hope people take away from watching and hearing you guys' stories today? We'll start with you, Brandon.
I hope that they understand that it's bigger than just a client to person, you know, like relationship type. Like it's more of like, I wouldn't want a barber that I don't even talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know nothing about, we don't talk about nothing, I just come in, get out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, so like, I feel like everybody should try to learn and understand, like, get a chemistry with someone that you're gonna be going to and giving your money to every week or every month. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. How about you?
I would say more so for like new and upcoming barbers, like to just stay in your lane. Like don't look to the left or the right. Like I guess do like a track analogy. You're running your own race. So you may see somebody else next to you cutting crazy, going good. The next person may be so. You may be in the middle. Like just learn your craft. Stay open to like always learning new things. Be vulnerable in asking your neighbor or hitting up a barber you see that's going good on Instagram. Like, hey, do you offer classes? Like always try to like learn and be better and grow. And just stay your race. You're gonna hit the finish line soon. You're gonna be all right.
Well, that's TrimNTrue right there for you. Well, appreciate y'all both, yo. Let's watch this magic happen.
All right.
All right.
just it just From precision cuts to powerful conversations, this is where strength meets style. Big love to Laura Belle and Vernon Harris for reminding us why the barbershop is a place of real transformation. Catch us next time, right here on TrimNTrue, Barbershop Chronicles.